LEGO made their first clone trooper way back in 2002 in set 7163 Republic Gunship. That means there has been over 21 years of LEGO Star Wars clone troopers. So today we'll be taking a look at the history of LEGO clone troopers and what makes them so special. Starting in 2002, we saw the first LEGO clone trooper, that being the Phase 1 clone trooper based off episode 2. He appeared in 2 LEGO sets from 2002 to 2004, those sets being set 7163 Republic Gunship as well as set 74482 ATTE. One thing that is special about this minifigure is the helmet mold, as LEGO opted to use a black minifigure's head as a visor which sat underneath the actual helmet mold. Moving on to 2005, LEGO greeted us with the first ever Phase 2 clone trooper, which was based on episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. He first appeared in set 7261 Clone Turbo Tank, which launched on the 2nd of April 2005 and retired on the 1st of April 2006. He then later went on to appear in set 7655 Clone Troopers Battle Pack, which launched on the 1st of January 2007 and retired on the 31st of July 2008. Just like with the first ever clone trooper, this clone trooper also has a unique helmet mold, as instead of having a visor printed onto the helmet, they used a black LEGO head underneath to represent the visor. This Phase 2 clone trooper went on to see many different variants throughout the years, starting with the Clone Jet Trooper Sky Corps, the 327th Star Corps, the 442nd Siege Battalion, the 91st Mobile Reconnaissance Corps, as well as Clone Shock Trooper Coruscant Guard, and finally the 327th Star Corps regular troopers. The next unique clone trooper we saw was the Imperial Scout Trooper, otherwise known as the Kashyyyk Trooper. Just like with the first Phase 2 clone trooper, it appeared in set 7261 Clone Turbo Tank, which launched on the 2nd of April 2005 and retired on the 1st of April 2006. Then, a new age of LEGO Star Wars begins, the Clone Wars. Starting on the 1st of January 2008 all the way till modern day, we have seen a whole handful of LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars sets. And on the 26th of July 2008, we saw the very first Clone Wars LEGO Clone Trooper. He went on to appear in LEGO Star Wars sets from the 26th of July 2008 all the way to the 31st of December 2011. Those sets being set 7675 ATTE Walker, set 7679 Republic Fighter Tank, set 7681 Separatist Spider Droid, 8014 Clone Walkers Battle Pack, 8018 Armored Assault Tank, 8019 Republic Attack Shuttle, and 10019 Republic Dropship with AT-OT, as well as 30006 Clone Walker Polybag. This clone trooper also went on to have a few different variations, the first of which being the Clone Trooper Gunner, the Clone Jet Trooper, Clone Trooper Horn Company, Clone Bomb Squad Trooper, and finally Clone Trooper 104th Battalion, the Wolfpack. And around the same time there was also a different variant of the clone troopers, which was known as the Clone ARF Troopers. They first appeared in set 7913 Clone Trooper Battle Pack, which launched on the 1st of January 2011 and retired on the 31st of December 2012. Just like with the Phase 1 Clone Wars clone trooper, there was also a few different variants of this trooper, those being the Clone Shadow ARF Trooper, as well as the Clone ARF Trooper Rancor Battalion. As well as another unique version of the Clone Wars clone troopers we saw was the Clone ARC Trooper Hammer Rancor Battalion. This is one of the more unique LEGO Star Wars clone troopers, and he only ever went on to appear in one LEGO set, which was 9488 Elite Clone Trooper and Commando Droid Battle Pack, which launched on the 1st of January 2012 and retired on the 31st of December 2013. Then moving on from the Phase 1 Clone Wars clone troopers, in 2013 we saw an updated style of the Phase 1 realistic Episode 2 clone troopers. This clone trooper first appeared in set 75000 Clone Troopers vs Droidicas, which launched on the 1st of January 2013 and retired on the 31st of December 2014. He later went on to appear in 4 more LEGO Star Wars sets, those of which being set 75007 Republic Assault Ship and Planet Coruscant, set 75015 Corporate Alliance Tank Droid, set 75016 homing spider droid, as well as set 75023 LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. Then following that, for the first time ever, we saw the first ever Phase 2 Clone Wars clone trooper, the 501st Legion. He first appeared in set 75002 AT-RT, which launched on the 1st of January 2013 and retired on the 31st of December 2014. And he also appeared in set 75004 Z95 Headhunter, which launched and released on the same days. And we also saw a few different variants of these clone troopers. First of which being the 212th Attack Battalion, secondly being the Clone Shock Trooper Coruscant Guard, as well as the 104th Battalion Wolfpack Troopers. Starting in 2014, we saw the first wave of Phase 2 realistic style clone troopers based off Revenge of the Sith. One of the first clone troopers of that year we saw was the Clone Trooper 41st Elite Corps Kashyyyk Clone Troopers. This minifigure first appeared in set 75035 Kashyyyk Troopers, which launched on the 1st of January 2014 and retired on the 31st of July 2015. He also appeared in set 75142 Homing Spider Droid, and just like all the other versions of clone troopers on this list, we saw a fair few variants of this Phase 2 clone trooper, those of which being the 212th Attack Battalion realistic style, the Clone Bark Trooper 91st Mobile Reconnaissance Corps, as well as the Clone Trooper Phase 2 plane, and finally Clone Trooper Phase 2 Geonosis Camouflage. Throughout this time we also saw a few unique versions of these Phase 2 clone troopers, those of which being the Kashyyyk Clone Scout Trooper, the 212th Clone Airborne Trooper, as well as the Geonosis Clone Airborne Trooper, and finally another version of the Clone Scout Troop, which was slightly different to its predecessor. And that has finally brought us to the year 2020, where we saw the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack, and within this Battle Pack we saw the new 2020 style of Phase 2 Clone Troopers. Like I said, the first Clone Trooper we saw was the 501st Clone Trooper. He appeared in one set, which was set 75280 501st Legion Clone Troopers. It released on August 1st of 2020 and retired on the 31st of December 2022. Since the release of this clone trooper, we have seen many different variants of him. Firstly, we saw the Clone 501st Jet Trooper, the 332nd Clone Trooper, the 187th Legion Trooper, the 212th Attack Battalion, as well as the 332nd Clone Jet Trooper, the 332nd Clone Trooper with helmet holes, and then finally the Clone Shock Trooper Coruscant Guard. During the release of all those Phase 2 clone troopers, we also saw an updated Phase 1 realistic style clone trooper. He first appeared in set 40558 Clone Trooper Command Station, which launched on the 1st of January 2022 and retired on the 31st of December 2022. And with all that said and done, that was the entire history of the regular LEGO Star Wars clone troopers. As I'm sure some of you noticed that I didn't include any of the clone captains, commanders, sergeants, heavy troopers or specialist troopers, as in the future I'd like to make a separate video on those clone troopers. But finally, I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it. It was an absolute blast looking back at all the different LEGO Star Wars clone troopers and all the different variants that LEGO has had to offer, and all the different sets that they appeared in over the last 21 years of LEGO Star Wars. But with that said, my name's been George. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and take care.